Well, hello. Welcome to another episode of the Middle Country Public Library Podcast. I'm Sal DiVincenzo. I'm so excited to be here in the studio with my fabulous colleagues, Sarah Fade,
Hello.
Nicole Rambo.
Hello.
As you can see how excited I am.
You guys get to look at the monitor, but I have to look at the cameras.
That's true. Yeah.
Why can't you look at the monitor?
Because then I'll be like, oh, that one kind of works.
Yeah,
That one.
Well, we won't use this one.
Well, yeah. Well, we'll figure it out. We'll put the monitor somewhere else. I'm thinking of putting the monitor actually on the wall. How about that? There you go.
Okay.
Anyway, let's jump right into our segments this week. Oh, before we do, I want to mention something. If you're watching this when it goes up, which is August 8th, tomorrow, if you have Netflix, they're premiering a show
Oh, yeah.
on Netflix.
And the whole
It is a I guess a documentary narrated by none other than Rob Lowe, because it's going to be literally the mind. I'm sorry, it's the inside the mind of a dog. I know Sarah would enjoy this show because she likes dogs and like going inside their minds. So it premieres tomorrow. If you're watching this tomorrow on Netflix, and I think you should pay attention. Pay attention to some of the scenes in the show. You might be
Look familiar.
you might be very pleasantly surprised of where they filmed part of the show. Anyway, let's jump right in. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
All right, Sarah, what you got?
Mine's fast. So this is just new movies that will be coming out in August.
Nice.
Yeah. So, okay, the first movie that we're highlighting is called The Bike Riders.
The Bike Riders.
Yep. And that has Jodie Comer,
Oh.
Austin Butler, Tom Hardy.
I did not know that it was called The Bike Riders.
Yeah, one word. Bike Riders.
Bike Riders.
Michael Shannon. Norman Reedus.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a lot of famous people.
Names?
And one of the subject headings is overcoming adversity. Who would have
All
put
right.
that? Yeah. The Bike Riders captures a rebellious time in America when the culture and people were changing. After a chance encounter at a local bar, strong-willed Benny, the newest member of Midwestern motorcycle club, the Vandals, led by the enigmatic Johnny. Much like the country around it, the club begins gathering place for local outsiders into a dangerous underworld of violence.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Did you hear that Tom Hardy signed up, I guess using another name, for a Brazilian jiu-jitsu competition, and he won 3 of them
Yeah.
without anybody knowing it was actually him.
He uses actual name.
He uses his actual name, and he I think puts on a little bit of a beard. His hair is all scraggly and everything like that. You see pictures on the internet of him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
But
crazy.
he did that movie years ago where he was like the UFC fighter or the fighter or whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah.
He did it for real.
I like Tom Hardy.
Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes.
Okay.
Okay. That has no one famous in it. No, actually, it has William H. Macy in it. But,
Okay.
they have the people, but then they have the apes.
Right,
and
yeah.
chimps and monkeys, whatever. Director Wes Bell breathes.
Hence
Yeah, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. This is a global epic franchise set several generations in the future, following Caesar's reign, in which apes are living harmoniously amongst humans, but the humans have been reduced to living in the shadows. As a new tyrannical ape leader builds his empire, one young ape undertakes. It cut off, so I'm just guessing.
You can guess what happens.
You
Yeah.
can guess what happens.
Yeah, one young ape undertakes something, but it causes him to question all that he has known about the past and to make choices that will define a future for apes and humans alike.
How'd that do? Do you know how that did? I don't know if it did very well.
I don't think it did.
No.
This one really cut off, so
But have you seen this movie?
blame the printer.
Have you
Yeah.
seen this movie? Okay.
Yeah, this is Furiosa, a Mad Max saga.
Oh yeah. We did see this.
Yep. Anya Taylor-Joy, Chris Hemsworth. Nathan Jones. That's about it. That's all you need to know.
The guy from is that Nathan Jones? The guy from the Cormac? What is it called?
We're firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, we're doing
tonight.
really well in this week's
the
episode.
Robert Galbraith books, the Cuckoo's Call, like those.
CB Strike?
CD Strike. Is he
Yeah.
Strike?
The actor that's in the show was in the movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
We have those here.
The
That
Strike.
series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's in the TV shows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good.
Have you
In
watched
case you
them?
wanted to take them out and watch
Have
them.
you read the books?
I haven't read the books, but I'll watch the
Yeah.
TV show.
New
Yeah.
book coming out.
Didn't one just come out?
No, it's been a while.
It's been a while.
Yeah. I
Yes.
think it's every 2 years.
Oh, okay.
I think.
So this is directed by George Miller, and everyone was highly anticipating it. I don't think it did as well as it's supposed to. It's rated
No.
R as the world. So it's a precursor to Mad Max Fury Road with what's her name?
Charlize Theron.
Charlize Theron. Yes, and Tom Hardy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's everywhere.
Yeah. As the world falls, young Furiosa is snatched from the green place of many mothers into the hands of a warlord Dementus, played by Chris Hemsworth, which was the best part.
He does do a good job. Excellent job.
Best part of the movie. Although I don't like the makeup they did.
For him?
Yeah.
Oh, with the nose? and
yeah.
stuff.
It was a little too much.
Yeah.
Sweeping through the wasteland, they come across the Citadel. And then Furiosa must survive many trials as she puts together the means to find her way back to the green place, but she doesn't.
So I think this was like critically and audience acclaimed, right? They liked the movie, but it just didn't do well in the theater, right? I mean, just...
Well, I didn't like it.
Oh, you didn't
Yeah.
like it? Okay.
I think there could have been like more and it wasn't bad. It was like interesting to look at. I think visually, obviously, it was like a spectacle, you know, all that stuff. But like, I don't know. I love a good montage scene, and there was such a perfect spot for like a great montage. And they didn't do it, and I was so mad. And yeah, so like I feel like they had things in there that I was like, why is this in here? And then they didn't have things in there where I'm like, this should totally be in here.
Yeah.
But it wasn't that bad. It was good. I could see it not like doing too well.
No. And then it like takes place like, so they have her as a child all the way up to Fury Road, and she doesn't look, it's not even like, she doesn't look anything like...
Like Charlize Theron's
yeah.
character.
And it was like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, you should have left a gap in between, so like,
Yeah.
oh, boy.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it was
so that's also
I think maybe
available.
they put like effort, like all the effort into like the visual and the truck. Yeah. And maybe they left out some other stuff. But
like story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the next DVD that's coming out is called The Watchers.
Okay.
Rated PG-13. This is actually M. Night
Shyamalan.
Shyamalan's daughter, Shana Shyamalan. That's how it's Shyamalan.
Oh my goodness. It's a terrible thing.
So Dakota Fanning's in it.
Okay.
That's all you need to know. So I wanted to see this in the theater, but I did not. It's horror.
I thought you could say it's horrible.
Horrible. No, fantasy horror.
Okay.
The forest isn't charted on any map. Every car breaks down at its tree line. But in Mina, I guess that's the Dakota Fanning's, you know, she's no different. Left stranded, she is forced into the dark woodland. Mina has to run to a concrete bunker. And as the door slams behind her, the building is besieged by screams.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right.
And the Watchers are creatures of the forest. And it's about...
It's about them watching.
So just like The Village Part 2.
I think it is. She is afraid and trapped with strangers, and she is desperate for answers.
I would be desperate for answers too.
Yeah.
Did you? What's the new movie with Josh Hartnett? Trapped or Trap?
Oh,
The M. Night Shyamalan movie or whatever. I want to see
he's
that.
a
I think
serial
it's,
killer.
I think it's Trapped.
Trapped.
at a
Yeah,
Taylor
yeah.
Swift concert
Yeah,
Yeah,
but that's his daughter.
in real life.
Yeah, the singer in the movie.
Oh,
Because
how nice.
the Taylor Swift,
Yeah.
that's my other daughter. I think he has like 2 daughters.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's like his other daughter, or that might be her, but I think it's the other one. I watched this like whole YouTube thing about M. Night Shyamalan and how like not only is he like a good like storyteller, but he like does everything on like a really great budget. That's why like studios like love him, because his budget is so small. Like he gets so much out of it, and the return on investment because of how much. Even if the movie doesn't do well overall, it's like insane the amount of like money that he's made compared to what his budgets are for these movies. So it's really interesting.
So you've seen the trailer for his new movie. Do you think there's going to be a twist?
Yeah,
I think there's going to be a twist.
but I don't know what it is.
I
always a
think the
twist.
Taylor Swift character is going to be the real killer.
Oh, maybe that'd
and
be
the father and the father is protecting her.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, I spoiled it for you. But if I did spoil it, M. Night, you need to get on your game.
I don't think that's it.
No, I don't know. But I wonder what it is,
Yeah.
though. But yeah,
It's
I
gotta
want
be.
to see
It's
it.
got to be. I mean, you can't. Or the twist could be there is no twist, and everybody's expecting it, and there's no twist. And
Wait, so he's a serial killer and someone spots him?
The way that they're making it sound in the trailer is that Josh Hartnett is bringing his daughter to this Taylor Swift
Yes.
concert, but the whole concert is actually a trap to catch the serial killer, and they think it's him. And everything in the trailer makes it look like he is the serial killer, and he has someone trapped in his basement, like at home. And this whole concert is them going in to get him.
That's putting a lot of people at risk for...
yeah,
Well, he's a
that's,
serial killer. He's not like a mass murderer. And if he doesn't know that they're doing it, because he doesn't know until he's there, and then
Right.
the concession stand guy in the trailer is the one that like tells him,
Don't you know you attract?
Why would he tell him?
because he doesn't know that he's the killer.
Yeah.
He's just like, oh yeah, they think that the such and such killer is here.
What a dum-dum.
Don't you know you attract flies with honey? Come on.
Oh, my goodness.
But it
Oh,
doesn't
yeah.
make it look. And Josh Hartnett's so good, and he's having his little renaissance coming back. He was in The Bear.
Oh, was he? I didn't see the man.
Yeah, I mean, not a huge role or anything, but I feel like he's been back a little bit.
What was that show that it was a mini series? Not a mini. It was a series. Penny Dreadful.
Oh yeah.
It was good. in that.
Yeah, but I feel like that was a while ago. And then he kind of like disappeared for a little bit, and I feel like he's come back a little
Now
bit.
he's back.
I like Josh Hartnett.
Wait, wasn't he in Black Mirror? An episode of Black Mirror?
He might. I didn't see them all. He might have been. I feel like everyone was in an episode of Black Mirror.
Yeah.
I had a lot of people in that show.
I was in an episode of it.
Okay, so the last movie, which I think is an honorable mention, it's called Babes. And actually,
Oh, yeah.
very funny people are in it, but I
Yeah.
don't know if it got a good review. But
But it's not funny.
Did you watch it?
No, I wanted
yeah,
to. So it's
yeah.
rated R. And we have Alana Glazer and Michelle
Smithtown's own.
Batu.
Oh, really?
Batu.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Hassan Minaj, Oliver Platt. Yep. I didn't know she was from Smithtown.
Yeah.
How old is she?
My age, 37, 38.
Oh.
Yeah.
Babes, East or West?
I don't know.
Oh, well.
Oh, that's right. Because
Yeah.
you went
Yeah.
there, right?
Yeah.
Babes follows childhood best friends Eden and Dawn, now in different phases of adulthood. And single Eden, played by Alana Glazer, decides to have a baby on her own. The friendship faces its greatest challenge. It's a comedy.
All right.
It did look funny. I thought the trailer was
Yeah.
funny. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's it. I mean, there are other stuff coming out.
Yeah.
So always check our new DVD section
Yes.
for other titles. But these are probably the most popular ones that will be out.
Exactly. And if you have a Middle Country Public Library card, you can reserve those, like you said. And if you don't, your library probably has them as well. So
Yes.
just request them. These are popular films, most of them. All right. Thank you, Sarah.
You're welcome.
Nicole.
Yeah. So it's like not a few things, just kind of related, but not really.
A few things that are related or related to movies?
Related to, each
themselves.
other,
What a
Okay.
good sell.
but not really.
Not really. No.
Good sell.
Okay. The first one is just because I talk about it all the time, so I just want to continue
Oh,
talking
here we
about
go.
it.
AI?
AI?
No, like social media for kids.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
All right.
So I got I subscribe to this like daily newsletter that kind of breaks down, so like give you bite-sized chunks of things. And so they this morning it said the Senate passes bills to keep kids safe online. So the Senate overwhelmingly passed a bipartisan legislation on Tuesday to enforce major safety and privacy rules for kids and teens on social media and other tech platforms. The bills will require the platforms to set the highest privacy and safety settings by default for those under 17 and would ban targeted ads to kids and teens. The heart of the package creates a duty of care, which obligates companies to protect minors and possible harms like abuse and sexual exploitation. This follows years of advocacy, from parents, lawmakers, everyone. But now, obviously, so it passed in the Senate, it has to go to the House, and the House is on recess. And the Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson, hasn't looked at it yet, but they'll schedule a vote at some point. And the cooperation also highlights the widespread concern over social media's potential negative effects on kids and teens' well-being. In a 2022 Pew Research survey, almost a third of American teens said social media has mostly negative effects on peers. So this is teens themselves saying
it's bad for me.
Because, I feel like sometimes I see different studies and it's always like adults talking about social media, either for or against. Like, it's always adults. So to have the teens, and like they've been in it for a little while now, it's been a couple of years, and they're like, actually, this isn't good.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, so that's good to hear from them. Not admitting, but realizing or saying, like, this hasn't worked out well for me. Like that's very helpful. And then, like last week, Sarah, you're talking about the summer slump for adults. So sometimes for kids, something called the summer slide. Do you know what the summer slide is?
Is that the one over at Rocket Ship Park?
No.
You knew that was coming.
Do you know what the summer slide is? Do you remember?
Yes,
That's when you forget everything you learned in school the year before. Okay.
The good news is, and this is from an article from last year, but from Scientific American, is that it's not as bad as people say it is. And research doesn't really show that it's even that much of a thing. So it is the phenomenon in which kids or students lose some of the learning they achieved in the previous school year over summer break, but is often overstated. Early studies suggested that kids lose weeks or months of learning progress in the summer, with low-income students or those from racial minority backgrounds suffering the most, but those findings don't replicate across studies. So it's probably not as bad as you think it is. And then they use all different kinds of, there's like 3 different tests, and each one shows a different result. Some show more loss, some show less loss, and it's just like all over the place. There are, from one of the, he's a professor out of University of Texas, Austin, I think there are a couple of things that are consistent in the literature. Unfortunately, they're kind of obvious. One is that kids don't learn reading and math skills during summer vacation as they do during the school year. So either they go sideways or lose skills. So either like they kind of just stay the same, or there is some loss. And then Kathleen Lynch, an educational psychologist at the University of Connecticut, says at the same time, there are many less formal ways that parents and caregivers can support kids' math skills and foster a love of math during the summer, talking about math and everyday activities such as sports, shopping and cooking, playing board games, card games, puzzles that involve math can all be interesting and enjoyable to kids while also reinforcing math concepts. So you don't have to put them in some kind of special summer program or get them like summer tutors or anything like that. You could just do simple things, just kind of maintain, kind of, keep it up. And then if you are, even though I did just talk about social media being bad, if you are using screens or doing screen times, we do have databases at the library that you can use. Of course, also coming to programs, doing stuff outside in nature. A couple weeks ago, I talked about like the nature book that you could do, just being outside, just continuing things. We have summer reading club, which is almost done, but that's something that we do every summer, so maybe next year. And then at home, you could do ABC Mouse, which has math skills in there and a bunch of other things. So it's like reading, math, and a bunch of other topics. So you could do that at home. The LOTE, L-O-T-E, for kids is another base in this database. And this is reading. So it has the stories on there with the words and so many languages, and they're always adding languages. They have sign language ones, which I've watched and I approve of. And they also have them in British Sign Language, Australian Sign Language, New Zealand.
Whoa, stop. So does the sign language have an accent when you like a British accent when you're doing it?
It's just different.
Why is it different? Yeah, why?
Because it's not called English Sign Language. It's called American Sign Language.
I had no idea. I mean, I knew it was American Sign Language, but I didn't realize that it's different. Mm-hmm. Wow. So they have different I hand
could
symbols?
not.
Really?
I have no idea what they're saying.
Don't you think they should standardize that?
No.
We don't standardize languages.
That's true, but I guess you're right. Yeah. No, but we're talking about English and Australian who speak English, right? I mean, everybody speaks English.
Yeah, but it's not a one-to-one. It's not spoken. It's not, that's like transliteration. It's not
Okay.
like a one-to-one. It's its
Interesting.
own language with its own, like their grammar rules are different than ours. Their sentence structure is different than
I
ours.
had no idea. We should do a show about that.
So that's that one, and then there's Weston Woods Plus. So, and they're also books. It's from Scholastic, and the difference, there's a couple differences. Weston Woods isn't in a bunch of languages, but it is in Spanish. A lot of them are in Spanish as well. But the Weston Woods, the picture books are now animated.
Oh,
So they go
yeah.
across the screen and they're animated, whereas the LOTE ones are, it's just the picture of the page and then reading along with that. So a little bit different things. And they both have like activities that you could do, study guides. So similar, like, so if we're on this kind of idea of avoiding this summer slide, if you want to do a little extra with your kids about like reading comprehension and stuff like that after the story's over, you could do that with these databases as well. So just in case you're, it's August now, so maybe you're trying to get back into a habit, getting ready for school.
Yeah.
You could try.
I can't believe how close it is.
I did. My dad got me reading comprehension books over the summer when I was little. Yeah. My school did not end.
No.
I mean, it wasn't bad though. I don't have a negative. Like, I wasn't like, oh, I had to sit down and do this stuff. Like, it was fine. Like, we go to the beach and do it there or whatever. Like, so you can do this stuff. Come to the library and play
Absolutely.
outside and stuff like that.
My daughter has I guess they call it a bridge book. So it's bridge from one grade to another. So
Oh, yeah.
she has to do at least 15, 20 minutes a day. But she enjoys it because
Yeah.
it's got like fun things, but it's math and it's science and measuring.
I feel like now kids are assigned summer homework, right?
yeah.
Are they? I don't know. Mine's not.
We never.
No, we never had summer
No.
homework, but they do have these things where it's like, oh, read a book,
Yeah.
read this amount of books over the summer, and then log it, and then
Right.
Yeah.
you'll get a prize or something when you start the next year.
I also had a cousin that is my age, and we used to spend a lot of time over the summers with our grandparents in Pennsylvania, and she's like obsessed with playing school. And she would have all these ditto, and my aunt was a teacher, and she had all these like dittos that she'd bring with her to play school, and she was always a teacher now, so as a student. I was like, I don't want to do this. I'm smarter than you too, so like I don't understand why you're the teacher, I'm the student all the time.
F's across the board, you fail.
Funny stuff.
Did you ever like play that? Did you ever like
Yes.
right? You play school, which is like the funniest thing to me.
Played school. And I also played like cashier.
Oh yeah. So then you can count the money, right? So you can like if your kids are into these kind of things, you can kind of use
Yeah.
those to do that too.
That was it. Westwood.
Weston Woods.
Weston Woods, is that I Stink? Did they do the book I Stink, the picture book?
Oh, it might
Stink.
be in there. I don't know. Yeah.
That's a good one. I like that. That's a classic. Anyway, thank you, Nicole.
Yep.
And that does it for another episode. If you want to listen to older episodes of Read Our Show Notes, you know where to find them, mcplpodcast.com. If you want to email us, podcast@mcplibrary.org. If you enjoyed today's show, hit the like button and hit subscribe, because why not? We have shorts now. They're short. They're like 30 seconds. You get a little piece of the show. And you can watch those as well. They'll be served to you a la YouTube. So it'll be very nice. So thank you so much for joining us for another episode. For Sarah Fade and Nicole Rambo, I'm Sal DiVincenzo. We'll see you on the next show.